got our first review, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Of course, we're not going to say that title
Yes.
over and over again.
Yeah, I might say fragrant or whatever, but yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, which is like classic anime titling.
Yeah.
Although
like
it's the opposite of like isekai titling, where it's just like how I and three of my buddies from middle school and one guy we didn't like too much wanted to become the world's greatest mercenaries.
Yeah. Yes. Oh man. Isekai.
Do you know why light novels have titles like that? It's like really stupid when you find out.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me, and I can't remember what it was.
There was some fiction sharing website that because it was like Web 1.0 or whatever, or like barely Web 2.0, it had no tagging system for the stories, so you couldn't go by genre or title or keyword or anything.
Oh.
So the only way to have your story be discoverable on there was to have like, you know, that time I became a vending machine or whatever.
Oh. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so I will say this is not an isekai. This is a teen romance comedy show, kind of in the vein of My Dress Up Darling. It's about this. So we get these two kids, Rintaro and what's her name?
1 second. Anyways, it's a new Netflix anime.
Yes, it's a new Netflix anime. And basically the crux of the show is you've got these two schools. You've got an all boys public school, and then you got an all girls private school that are right next to each other. And both the schools don't like each other.
Right. I should mention. I think that by definition, all high schools in Japan are sort of private. Like you have to try to get in, because I think they do actually have options. Like if you just get out of middle school and you go, "I'm done with this," you can just move on with your life.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
At least that's my understanding. I could be mistaken, but yeah, you do notice that sometimes you'll be watching a show and somebody will make a reference to like high school entrance exams or something like that.
Oh yeah. Waguri.
Waguri.
Yeah, the Waguri is the girl's name.
Or at least Kaoruko Waguri. I'm going to guess that Waguri is her family name.
Okay, and then Karuko is her surname.
Or first name, quote unquote.
First name, yeah.
Because the ko suffix is very commonly used for women's names. So
okay. Yeah,
and Orange just calls her Waguri all the time because everybody is extremely polite in this show, like except when they aren't.
Yeah. Well, it's like a Dress Up Darling Gojo. They always call each other Gojo and Kitagawa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Rintaro is he's a really tall guy, which is kind of rare in Japan. I'm not sure what the average height is in Japan. Probably like what 5'6", 5'7", would you say?
Oops, so you want to show the search right there. Average height in Japan. It's approximately 5'7" and change.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, and Rintaro, I would say, is at least 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah, towers over everybody, especially Waguri.
Yeah. Waguri is like probably maybe 5 feet.
If she's lucky.
Yeah.
He does mistake her for a middle school student at first.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and well, how they meet is Rintaro's mom owns a bakery that Wagiri she frequents, and they have a little they have a meet cute awkward moment, and then but then they start to get to know each other, and then but unfortunately at the end of the first episode they find out that sorry, I have a bug flying around me. They find out that they go to the rival schools.
Right. And while they themselves don't really have a problem with it, everyone else around them does. Because all the boys at the school, including Rintaro's friends, have a real chip in their shoulder about those stuck-up jerks at the school across the way.
Yeah.
And everybody there thinks that everybody at Rintaro's school is a idiot hooligan. And you know what? They're not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
In fact, nobody is actually wrong about the other side now that I think about it.
No, they're yeah, the stereotypes seem to be true. Yeah, they and so basically like the first 4 episodes of the show, which we've all that's all we've gotten so far. They're basically just trying to navigate the the social dynamics of their relationship, because they're both like very awkward and they don't know how to handle it. And of course, Rintaro, because of his height and the way he looks and like his, like facial expressions, everything, people make the assumption that he's this scary guy, when in reality, no, he's kind of like he's like a gentle giant, basically.
Yep. Meanwhile, Waguri is kind of, at least so far, she's kind of what she appears to be. A cute, dignified young lady. Although I guess the subversion with her is that you would think that she was from money or something, which no, she is on that school on a scholarship. And also academics don't come easily to her, so she kind of has to force herself to do it.
Yeah.
Which actually kind of makes her like the academic version of Rock Lee from Naruto. The genius of hard work.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing too is that they play on a trope I've seen quite a bit in anime, where the tiny girl character is like a voracious eater.
Yes. We'll be having a lot of that today, actually. Although I guess the other character isn't quite so tiny, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, it's kind of what you would expect in an anime like this. It's cute, but it's also got a lot of sentimentality to it, and it's got obviously the major conflict in the series is that kind of adds to the will they or won't they, which is the fact that they go to these 2 rival schools, and their friends don't like the other school. And so, and then what will they think if they find out that the 2 of them are friends, or perhaps maybe more than friends,
Right. And there's some interest to be found in that. But this was kind of my suggestion because I caught the first episode, and this is the type of show where you definitely want to get at least 3 episodes in, because there are a lot of these cute romance anime that I sample where they have a good they have a good meet cute. The characters themselves are appealing. It's like where a lot of series run aground is, okay, author, can you successfully introduce a 3rd character who doesn't feel like they're just dragging down the dynamic?
Yeah.
And I would say like partially successful here. Reintro's group of friends who are kind of a loose gang in only like the loosest sense.
Yeah.
They're kind of amusing. They're just a bunch of chuckleheads where each one has like a different stereotype they're evoking.
Yeah. Yeah, the one friend you I think rightfully compared him to Ryuji from Persona 5.
Yeah, definitely the same makeup. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you had the one friend who's like he's probably like the king of the school, but he's like the king of the losers, basically.
Right. He's the man with one eye in the kingdom of the blind.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember that there's another friend in there, but he really doesn't do much.
There's like a couple of friends who haven't really impacted the plot much yet.
Yeah, and then she's got she has a best friend who is very protective of her,
mm-hmm.
And then we find out in episode 4 why that's the case.
Yeah, Subaru.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that it's an interesting choice to have the uncomplicated character not be the romantic interest, because honestly, like Waguri is just so sweet and pure and demure and everything that like a lot of series she would have been a supporting character, and they would have had the damaged character as the main romantic interest just to try to drive some extra conflict.
Yeah, she would definitely be like one of Maureen's friends in Dress Up Darling.
Yeah, that's I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Which has the unfortunate thing that what's keeping them apart is, again, the Romeo and Juliet aspect of the rival schools, but also their own mutual awkwardness, which can get frustrating.
Yeah, especially with Rintaro, because he I just say, kid, man, you gotta nut up.
Right. It's not like a chip in his shoulder. It's just like he has a very self-defeating inner talk.
Yeah.
Which is very relatable, but also it's like much the same way that I watch TV shows to get things I don't get in real life. If I want negative self-talk, I just have to shut everything off and think for a minute.
Yeah.
Production-wise, this has very detailed animation. It's not the most fluid, but all the character designs are appealing, and again, just like they made good use of modern animation techniques to stack on detail. And Waguri in particular, like the animators love animating hers. Like you just feel like the love and attention to detail every time you get a close-up of her.
Yeah. She's drawn very elegantly.
I think that I kept thinking about this as Dress Up Darling, but with a focus on dignity and adorableness instead of fan service.
Yeah. You don't have that awkward, like Maureen's in a bikini. Oh, she's only 15. Oh.
Yeah. Look, anime makers, just set a series in college occasionally, and you get rid of a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I'm going to continue watching, but I know friends who, if they haven't already picked this up, would mainline this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It also is kind of amusing to me that it is a Netflix show, because it kind of has Netflix pacing. Because if I like really break down what happened in the 4th episode, there was a brief study session at a cafe, after which Subaru takes Rintaro aside and tries to explain why he should stay away from Waguri.
Yeah. I noticed that too. Yeah, I thought maybe they were pacing it like the manga.
Probably. I actually have a hard time deciding if this, just based on the anime itself, if this is a shonen or a shoujo. Just because it's like, well, it's the guy's perspective, but it's also super interested in feelings.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if the creator was a woman.
Almost certainly. In fact, let's find out. Just happened to have it up.
I know that's the case with Dress Up Darling. I know that's a woman on that series.
Let's see here. Written by Saka Mikami, which Saka, I think, is a name that could be
a woman's.
Yeah, it could be. It doesn't have the convenient ko at the end of it to clue you in.
Yeah.
Okay, looking at this art style, this is almost certainly a shoujo series to my eyes.
Yeah.
In part because it doesn't have the best art.
Ooh.
Better than anything I could possibly make, but still.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but it's no Demon Slayer.
No.